Oh.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah.
Good morning. And today I want to talk about HSBC and the absolute nightmare that I've gone through the last month of having no card. Right, it started off with money going out my bank, so I did what anybody else would do and I cancelled my card. I cancelled it, and then 10 days later it was meant to turn up. I changed my address to my friend in Thailand called Nate, because then I knew I could just have a photo shot of the numbers, and then I could actually use it to transfer to a different card. So 10 days later, a letter turns up at Nate's house saying your security is limited, and it was nothing about the card. Okay, so I ring up. So then I go into HSBC Bank, and then I spend the best part of I don't go to HSBC. We haven't got there yet. So I go online, and they say, "Oh no, we've sent it to the UK." I was like, okay. I was like, a couple of days before when I talked to you about money going missing, we changed my address to somewhere in Thailand, and I said that was my legitimate address. So why would you then send a card to the UK? Because it was the branch. It's the branch that it's come from. Oh my God. The correspondence we were doing was about where I was living. And I thoroughly explained that I lived in Asia, and that I would not have access to things. I don't have a phone call, I can't phone people and stuff like that. Anyway, so we get over that. She resends it again. And this time, but she sends it to Bangkok, Central Bank, the only HSBC in Bangkok. Okay, cool. So it's meant to get there the day before I actually land there. So I basically have enough money to get to maybe 3 or 4 days before I need money in Vietnam. So I obviously run out of money. Then I go to the bank and get emergency money just to last me for 2 days. So at this point, I've got no money, right? I've run out of money. I had loads of money, which I've run out of, and now I'm relying on HSBC to actually send it there. And I believe them. They're going to send it to a bank. It's going to be a HSBC bank, and the problem over. I didn't care about the security before and sending it to the UK. They obviously don't communicate with each other. So I turn up then in HSBC, and the woman behind the counter was like, "I know we're a corporate bank. We don't do a service like that." And I went, and then I'm straight to 100 straight away. I said, "Oh, can you just get me somebody you're not helping me. Can you just find somebody to help me?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm the person you'd be talking to." So it went on for a while, and she said, "Look, we are a corporate bank. We've changed 8 years ago, and if any card or any post like that comes in, it automatically goes back." So then I'm pacing back and forward in the bank, I'm kicking off like that. So I was like, right, can I use the phone then? Use the phone. I spent the best part of 6 hours on the phone, right? The bank had closed to the public, and they just had people working in the background. I had at the start, the desk, I had security guards either side of me like that, because I was pointing the desk like this, because they'd sent it. So 20 days I've gone without a card now. So this is 21 now. Okay, like that. So then I was saying, like, how can I said, there are no poor people or beggars. There are no beggars in Bangkok in Asia, because what happens if you don't have money? You die. That's the simple fact of it. You have poor people, yeah, that's not a problem, but they're making money. But beggars, they die. I was like, I cannot live without a card. I need money. Oh, can you get the woman behind the desk to give me money? I was like, it's a corporate bank. They don't give money out to people. Okay then. Is there a Western Union we can use? So anyway, this day ends, and I have to go, right? And I'm saying to the guy, can I leave my suitcase in the bank, and then I will sleep outside? Okay? And he was like, no, you can't. What? Oh, sleep outside? I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. My stuff in my bag, my recording stuff, my laptop, everything like that, my clothes, which I haven't really worn, to be honest, are in my bag. They need to be safe. No. So the security guard lends me 100 baht so I can get to my Airbnb across town, because I had no money. I was in Bangkok and I had no money. I come back the next day, spend another 6 hours on the phone trying to get a Western Union number so they can transfer me money from my account to a Western Union, and then the Western Union give it to me. They gave me an 11-digit number. So before that, the guy said, yeah, go to the Western Union, it's there. So I go, she was like, we need a code. And like, I didn't know at the time, I've never done this, but yeah, it's quite obvious now. You need a code so they can look it up on the computer and go, oh yeah, there's money there for him. Didn't happen. So then I'm marching back like this. I got a rucksack on. No, I haven't. The problem is with this recording, it's been going on for so long. I've written some notes down, but I've gone past the point of my notes now. Yeah. So I go back to the bank. I ring them up like that. I'm raging now again, but the security guards know me now, and I'm apologetic now. And this woman behind the counter is trying to help me so much. Before I go now in the next couple of days, I'm gonna buy some flowers and let's go there, because I've got to go in again anyway. So we get the second day in the bank now for 6 hours. They get me this 11-digit number, so with a letter in it. So I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm saying to the guy on the phone, I said, if I walk to the Western Union now, which is like 1.5 kilometers away, I said, will they be able to give me money? And he said, yes. And I said, are you sure now? And the woman behind the desk was going, it's not, because she knew that it's a 10-digit number. And I was going, so that I can definitely take money out if I go to the bank now. Yes. So I put the phone down like that, walk there, no. Western Union number is 10 digits. Oh, I was like, oh my God. I was like, right, that is it. So the next day we went there, and I'm complaining again like that. And I'm spending my whole holiday now there. First 3-4 days I was spent in the bank all day, every day like that. Had no money like that. I'm meeting people, and you know when you meet people, you go do stuff. I was like, I haven't got any money. They're like, what? You know, so I was explaining them. Anyway, I go back into the bank then, and what happens? So they do me an emergency card for 6 days that gets sent to the original address, Nate's school, the Islamic school of Bangkok. So it's a university. That's why I put it there first time, because I thought the mail would just get there, be perfect. So they said we can do it 6 days, we go there. And there's another number for Western Union. So I went to the Western Union again now, so there's a separate one. I went to the Western Union again, and it's still pissing wrong. So then I was like, right, I give up, I don't care. I'll just have to, and luckily enough, I made a few friends in the foundation I'm working in. This is one of the schools now. This is a room where the guy is learning, teaching, and then downstairs. Anyway, I'll talk to that anyway. So I just leave it. One of the friends upstairs lent me a couple of $1,000 baht, and then we did a few things and stuff like that. So then I go back, so the card actually gets delivered now, right? So the card is delivered. I'm like, woo, I'm at the university. You might have seen on my Snapchat, I was at the university. I was like, oh my God, I've actually got it. So then I leave Nate because she's got to go to school, go to uni, and then, because she's a teacher in uni, that's why it was perfect. So then I go to a tour. I go to was it the Golden Mount or something like that? And I go to take money out, and they go, insufficient funds in your bank. And I was like, what the hell? There are thousands of pounds in there. I said, what happened? So my money was going down. In the end, the lowest one I could take out was 500 baht. Yeah, let me take that out with a 220 baht charge. I was like, what? So then I'm messaging them outside this tour going, what's happening? They go, oh, it's got a £20 limit. I was like, oh my. So all the correspondence we've had over the week, over a week and a half now, you would have thought if I was faking it, all the information I put through my phone, through my laptop, the real James, which is me, would have complained, oh, there's random money's going up my bank, you know, and when I can only take 500 baht out, so 1,000 baht is £25, right? So now I've got money, but I am still on a budget because you can just go insane in Bangkok. So you think 500 is half it, so £17.50 plus the 220, so that's all I can take out daily. Oh my God. So then I'm back in the bank again, and I'm going insane this time, and I got moved then for the other side of the desk. She had to fucking put me on hold, transfer me there because I was just, through the public were coming in and I was just going insane. Like, how unprofessional is this when I'm saying to the bank, it's 100% me, because when you check in, when you do your secure key on your phone and you've got your internet banking, I was like, it's definitely me. We still need to go through security, sir. I was like, okay. Oh, I forgot to mention. So the third or fourth day, they allowed me to take up to £500 out my bank with the security lock on there. So if it's not me, you allowed me to take £500 out, but I took 200 out because it was like 8,000 baht, and that's plenty like that. But they allowed me to do that without verifying me. So it's so much bullshit. It's so much bullshit. Now it's done. It's actually, I went through security. I had to request for a call back, and it was the following weekend. And it was so lucky because I have done nothing this holiday. That's why you've noticed I haven't really done things on this holiday, because I haven't had money to do it. I've had money to survive. And now, I think last week it got lifted, and I have one more week to do things. Stuffed. I hate Bangkok. Probably because of that, it's ruined my holiday. It's ruined everything about it. It's fucking disgusting. So unprofessional from HSBC. If they would have just sent my card to the address at the start, it would have been fine. I would have still been in Vietnam, and I would have had a picture of my card, and I could have just transferred money. Oh, there's one more issue as well. There's one more I've got to do. I've got to ring up. Oh, so when this has all been happening, I'm mentioning compensation because I haven't done nothing. They offer me, oh, will £50 be a night? No. So then I off the top of my head, I was like, right. So my mother transferred me £250 just so I had it, because I've got this other card, this fucking Bune card, which I'm so glad to have now, but it's still shit. And she transferred me money like that. I was like, right, okay then. I said, let me just, give me £300, give me the 250 I give my mother, that's fine, and I'll have that 50 quid you sent me, not a problem. And then they come back after 10 minutes, will you take £100? I said, mate, are you actually taking the piss? Because are you actually taking the piss with this? I said, £100. Do you realise how many days I've spent here? How much inconvenience this has cost? The last 2 weeks of Vietnam was a fucking nightmare because I had to watch what I was doing. And then these whole 3 weeks now, it's like, are you realistic? And then I had a letter. So the last thing about this video, I've had a letter sent to Nate in a university saying, we'd like to offer you 150 quid. Stop it. What I've done and what I've said for the majority of the phone calls is, from that £300, is every time I have to do something out of the norm, like contact you, come into the bank and spend 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours there, it goes at £50. And I've said that for every single phone call from that £300 day. And I said, I want £500. I said, I will not take any less. And they said, you've got to ring back and tell us that if you want to deny it or not. So I'm going to say no to the 150. And then what I said to them is, if I get to the UK, it will go up from £500 to maybe £1,500, because I want the money to pay for the flights, come back to Thailand, because I haven't done Phuket, I haven't done the Phi Phi Islands. So all the pictures you'd see a traveller do, I have not done. Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, nothing, bullshit. So I haven't done piss all. So, and I want the compensation for that. So if I get back to the UK, I'd want the flights back here so I can enjoy it, so I can go it. Otherwise I'm paying again. He was like, why don't you just stay there after your money? I was like, well, I know, because then I explained where I'm going. I go, so I got a time scale because I need to be in Mongolia at the start of May. So it's all a shitstorm, but I'm going to end this video now because it's like 40 minutes long and people kick off and it's over 10 minutes. But that is how unprofessional HSBC are. And I've been with this bank since I was 16 and I'm 30 pissing too. And I leave HSBC alone. I don't ask for money. They take charges of me all the time. I couldn't care. Like, I'm lucky enough to earn enough money that I don't care about these things. So I don't ring them up asking for money. I leave them alone. I ring them up to transfer money to Mongolia and stuff like that, but I leave them alone. So I don't get what I've done wrong here. But anyway, Stay tuned because I'm off to Laos in the next couple of days. Thank God. Also don't come to Bangkok.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah.